Hello, welcome back to Crypto Mischief. Richie here with another video. This one definitely I put in the crazy category. It's a bit of a mental coin. I found this 2 days ago on my Telegram. Actually, someone mentioned it. I think my Schiller channel. Someone shilled it, so I started having a look. I purchased it. Where would I be? 2 days ago, 2019. Around about here was when I bought. Put in about $500. And notice that it has like some kind of staking farming aspect to it. It's called SmartCoin. As you can see, it's done quite well. I wouldn't advise buying it right now because it surely should be due for a little bit of a correction after such a huge pump, because that's, even for me, that's 4x, 5x in the space of 2 days with this thing. What is it? We're going to get into that in this video, and it's really interesting. It's like, I don't know, like a yield farm on steroids would be one way to describe it. Here we have the site here, SmartCoin. I'll leave the link for it in the description if you want to check it out. It's a yield farm, but at the moment, all it has is one token that you can pair up with AVAX. It's on the AVAX network, and then you put it into the yield farm, and that's it. They don't have any other tokens. They say they don't want to have any other tokens because that will actually dilute the yield farm, because people will start putting in, like AVAX single asset, or putting in AVAX with Joe, the reward token from Trader Joe, which is kind of like the cake of AVAX. Why put that into the yield farm? Because then that means that people will just start selling the smart token. So their idea is to keep the use case for smart token as strong as possible. So having a look, let's get over to the AVAX chain. AVAX mainnet C chain, that's the one. So we'll get over here. At the moment, the APR is 6,490%. But a couple days ago, the APR was only 500%, because as the TVL, that's here, the total lock value inside this farm of just smart token and AVAX token, as they grow, every time that TVL doubles, the APR doubles. It's insanity. So here I have, what's that? Some tokens to claim, 95 tokens, that's $219. My pair now is worth 1,250. Whereas before, I think it was worth about 500 or 400 that I put into this, just as a speculation, a bit of speculation to pop in here and have a look. They have a pretty cool video, so how about we watch this and I'll react to it. I'll stop it as needed, because it really does explain everything way better than I ever could.
Welcome to SmartCoin, the world's first self-feeding high APR yield farm, where the vast majority of the rewards go back to the participants. The tokenomics are simple, yet innovative. First, SmartCoin algorithmically rewards participants by giving away 70% of all its tokens, perpetuating the self-feeding loop that makes SmartCoin smart. And second, our double-double mechanism designed from the ground up for maximum rewards for our users. Here's how it works. Whenever the TVL, also known as total value locked in the platform, doubles, the APR also doubles. At $100,000 TVL, the APR will be set at 100%. At $200,000 TVL, the APR will double to 200%. $400,000 TVL equals 400% APR, and so on. This creates a strong incentive for participants to not only participate in the farm, but also stay in it. As the TVL increases and the public becomes aware of the doubling APR rewards, we expect word to get out fast. Because of the unique rewards mechanism, word-of-mouth marketing should explode SmartCoin's growth while rewarding people that play the game properly.
So that's exactly what I'm doing, actually. I saw this, I noticed the chart, and I thought, wow, this make an interesting video. But that's extremely dangerous. I'm sure you can imagine that actually if you are doubling the amount of APR every time the TVL locks, eventually people like me, I'm staring at $200 of profit. What am I going to do? I'm probably going to sell that smart coin into profit, and continue hoping that like more profit comes. And then if it starts dumping, I'll just sell my liquidity pairs, and I've already made, a pretty nice 2 or 3x on what I've put in, maybe 4x actually of what I've put in. So like, and if everyone just starts doing that, then it's just going to dump everything. Everyone's going to dump this. It will dump even faster than it's gone up. Can it go up any higher than this? I'm really not, like, it must correct after this, so I can imagine it's probably going to do what it did there and come back down to, I guess, 80 cents would be like, if I was going to buy more of this, I'd be looking for about $1 to 80 cents would be a nice time to purchase more. So let's get back into the video because they do have some checks and balances to make sure that people don't dump. So I'll show you that.
Now let's move to the second unique mechanism that makes SmartCoin the best extremely high APR yield farm in existence. Our Treasury, also known as our Smart Fund. 20% of all emissions go into our Smart Fund, the sole purpose of which is to incentivize users to come and play in our high APR yield farm. We have a vast roadmap for how to grow our project, including rewarding Diamond Hand users in future releases.
Ooh, rewarding Diamond Hand. Well, I've already sold once, so possibly I won't be a Diamond Hand for this. But yeah, that's interesting. The fund is interesting because that means that actually, so 75% is going to the rewards for us and of the emissions, and then 20% is going into a smart fund, which is kind of like Everrise, where it didn't work, but they had a fund which was supposed to be for like boosting everything back up all the time. Well, as soon as something starts dumping, they use the reward fund to boost back up. I guess I'll have a look through their docs after this, and we'll find out if they have anything about the reward for Diamond Hands. And also they mentioned the roadmap there, so we can have a look at that.
However, the first use case of our 20% treasury is what we call buyback and stake. What does that mean? Remember how I said our APR would be doubling each time TVL doubles? Well, what do you think will happen when we boost our own TVL with our treasury? Yes, that's right. APRs will increase. So simply by being an early investor, our buyback and stake program will continue to push TVL and therefore APR upward. Now, you might be hearing this and thinking, I'm an experienced DeFi investor,
yes.
My good sir, this is going to cause a bank run crash scenario.
Yes.
I'll address that in a second. But first, let's define what a bank run is. A bank run occurs when large groups of stakers withdraw their money from banks or yield farms simultaneously based on fears that the platform will become insolvent. This can drive prices down at an exponential rate as selling pressure overwhelms buying pressure. Check out this project, which had APRs
awesome.
as high as 50,000% at one point. You can see they peaked at around $9,000. What an incredible run from less than 1 penny. And then crashed hard and fast. They crashed because of one big mistake. They allowed users to deposit non-native assets like USDC and Avalanche tokens. This means that users could simply farm and dump their native token.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to do.
What's the point of that, silly? SmartCoin would never do that. The solution to sudden price crashes is simple. Introducing our Bollinger Band Booster. How does this work? Bollinger Bands are a type of statistical chart characterizing the prices and volatility over time.
Sorry, just say it with me. Bollinger Band Booster.
Of an asset. In other words, when price falls between these two lines, we have entered the danger zone. A zone where if the price of SmartCoin falls below this bottom line, it can indicate a likelihood of crashing. This is when our booster kicks in to increase our APRs even further, attracting more users to earn incredible yields and thereby generating more buying pressure. In terms of safety, our smart contracts are identical to Trader Joe, the most trusted decentralized exchange on Avalanche. If you're not familiar with Trader Joe, you should be, because they have one of the most respected development teams on Avalanche, with their TVL currently sitting at nearly $1 billion. All of SmartCoin's smart contract logic is identical to Trader Joe for maximum security, and we ran it through the same battery of software tests before deploying. Additionally, we contracted Paladin Audits, one of the most used crypto security auditing firms, to review our code.
Well, that's good, because if you know anything about the projects I talk about, you know, high risk, high reward, some of them, there was one today, it just exploited. So great that they've gone through to do some extra care here. That is a reassuring part of this project. Maybe not the insane APY stuff, maybe not.
And they produced literally zero high or even medium risk issues. You can verify all of this by clicking the link above. Our goal is to surpass the most successful farm in history, Iron Finance, which hit $2 billion in TVL in just under 48 hours. At that level of TVL, our APR would be over 100,000%, meaning a user would be tripling their money every 24 hours.
That's right.
A word of caution, cryptocurrencies are very risky.
No shit. A little bit of caution there at the end, just in case.
Please note that this is absolutely not financial advice. Should a user wish to participate in SmartCoin, they simply need to follow 3 easy steps. Step 1. Click on the buy button below.
Alright, so that is how SmartCoin works. So we can kind of see it all here, the TVL as this doubles. So the next time the APR will be doubling will, I guess, be when it gets to double of this or slightly less of this. So it would be 18 million in total value locked, depending all on the price of SmartCoin. That's it, really. So the more people that buy SmartCoin, the higher the TVL goes, because, well, the more people that buy SmartCoin and then pair it with liquidity and then put it into the smart contract, that's when the TVL grows. So the price of the coin won't really go up around speculate. I guess some people will be buying it just to speculate on it going up, but I think most people will be doing what I did and pairing it into the farm. As more people do this, the APRs will go up. So the next APR will be 12,840% APR on your pair. The Bollinger Booster, that's a great name, that keeps activating whenever the price starts to dip. So I guess when this eventually does correct, the Bollinger Booster will be activating to put up the APRs even higher. Total word of advice here, like absolute word of advice, that this is extremely high risk. I mean, especially if you're ever concerned, like thinking about buying something that's just done a move like this, I would really think twice about it. It's been running for 21 days and it's just been continuing to go up for 21 days. So it is definitely due some form of correction. This would be, I guess, the absolute peak of its movements. So I would wait for a dip before you get into this. If I was to give you any advice, financial advice, maybe just watch this and keep an eye on it. But I shouldn't be giving you any advice. You should be doing your own research on this, like I did. I didn't actually do any research though. I just bought the thing and put it in, and then I've seen what's happening. So let's have a look at kind of there's some points. I'm not going to go through all the docs here because the video will be too long. But some parts that I do find interesting about SmartCoin would be, first, their roadmap. They've done all the simple parts. They've gone on Paladin, they've deployed their token and stuff. In Q4, which is very soon, they do have some cool things. They haven't done any marketing yet. They haven't marketed this. It's just been marketed through word of mouth, like their video says. They're going to have a single-sided staking pool, which would, I guess, mean putting in SmartCoin to get more SmartCoin back. That might be a positive thing, might be a negative thing. I'm not really sure on that. Giveaways and prizes, I guess this would be for the Diamond Hands users. It's not on CoinMarketCap, it's not on CoinGecko, it's not listed on any Dapps. And Dev Sprint for auto compounding, I've no idea what that means. And then in November, so I guess this is all happening October, yeah, this month. In November, they're going to have a launch of their second layer integrating auto compounding editions, which is fun. Auto compounding of SmartCoin, very nice. And they're going to start up a DAO integration. And then they're going to recruit some team. So it's pretty it's straightforward, a really simple idea, but I really kind of like it. It's fun, a lot of fun. That's why I'm talking about it. So what's my plan? It's like I've got there about 220 tokens. I'll claim them, right? Let's claim my smart. Fees on AVAX are pretty cheap, by the way. To buy and sell this, I'm going to have to go to Trader Joe. The quickest and easiest way I've found to do that is if you go to buy, it will just bring up the smart token. Easiest, safest way to do this. You could also find the contract in their Telegram. And then we'll get up there to my smart. And will I pair? Will I sell? I mean, look at that chart. I'm going to sell because, a man with bigger balls would maybe, but look at that buy as well. Look at those buys. Just massive mammoth buys. So this is definitely due for a correction. I could try and pair it and then go full on 100% risk on this, full risk, pair that up and just go for more and see if I can get more out of this, squeeze more out of smart token. What would you do? Let me know what you would do. Actually, I'm not going to do anything yet. I'm going to watch it and see, because now I have the tokens. I'm even speculating on the value of the price of the tokens. Would you sell right now, or would you hodl and wait for it to go up more, or would you pair and get some more APR out of that? Look at that APR, 6,000 APR. What would you do? What's your plan? I'll leave it at that for my speculation. Maybe I'll let you know later what I did. There's some other incentive to hold SmartCoin with their governance, where the snapshot will enable the community to initiate proposals as well and vote on the usage of the Smart Fund. The Smart Fund is quite an interesting part of this. In total, 70% of all emissions are direct to the community of the token. 50% total Smart emitted is allocated to liquidity providers' rewards, and 20% goes to the Smart Fund treasury. The liquidity provider rewards would be what we're getting here from the farming. And so then 20% is sent to the Smart Fund treasury, and it's used as an economic stimulus reinvested back in the community in the form of high APRs events designed to incentivize onboarding and user engagement. So double mechanism, and this is great. And the Bollinger Band booster, the double mechanism. So APR based on TVL. So if we do get up to say 51 million TVL, then we're going to be up to almost 1,000,000% APR. This creates a strong incentive for participants not only to participate in the farm. And the Bollinger Band booster works by boosting up as the price is dipping, the APRs will go up. Also ridiculous. It's wild project. Really fun. I was surprised to find this. I'm gonna, let me know. What should I do with this $200? Let me know. Take care of each other. Dung erect.